So let's say you had a drawing of a face that you wanted to trace in, and you didn't want to use the trace method that I've just demonstrated. So let's go and steal this picture off the internet, and we'll paste that into Illustrator. So this could be something that you've done yourself, obviously. So let's just enlarge this a bit so that we can get a decent size. Oops. And what we want to do now is just switch on, well, open our layers so that we can see where this is, and I'm going to make another new layer on top of this face. I'm going to lock this one with the drawing on here with a little padlock there. And now I'm going to go and use my pen tool. I find this is the easier way of trying to draw around something, trace around an image. Pencil tool is freehand, and it's kind of more trouble than it's worth, really. If you use the pen tool, it's worth getting to grips with it to do this. So let's just get that, and we want this direct selection tool as well over here. So we use the pen tool. I'm going to have an outline, a stroke, but I'm not going to have a fill. So let's turn that off like that. And then I'm going to go and start putting in points around this image that are going to be my kind of markers for where bits are that I need to work on. And what I'm doing is I'm just kind of thinking about where key places are or could be, quite roughly, as I go around the outline of this head. It doesn't really matter that they don't match up on each side. So pen tool got to the end, and you could see that it had the little circle just to complete that. So now I can use my direct selection tool if I just want to move some of these around. Just think, oh no, I didn't really put that one in the right place. That one's a bit too far out. There, just try and get things where I want, and then I want to use this anchor point tool here. So that's the same as clicking and holding your mouse down on that. I've just torn off a little version of it for myself. And so now, if we just zoom in a bit on here, I should be able to click and drag this so that I can pull the handles, the Bezier handles, around and try and get these points so that they make this look a bit more like it should, follow these lines a bit better. Let's just have a look at changing the colour. There we go, and just turn it up a little bit in size. There we go. Okay. All the points are selected there, so it moved the whole thing. So I just want to click on one point and just move that individually. And so then it would just be a case of moving around, getting hold of all these individual points like this, and kind of pulling them into position. So that's starting to work quite nicely. You can get hold of one side like this and not the other as well, so you can start to really modify things properly as you would want them to be. So I'm pulling that one more down here, and this is bringing the chin out better for me, and that's got a funny loop in it, so that's in the wrong bit there. If I wanted to add some more of these points, then I can use the plus anchor point tool here, and I can go and put some more in, and then I can just click and drag just that one around like that to perhaps give me more detail. So you start off in quite a rough way, and then you just get in there and start smoothing it all out and tweaking it all so that you get things right for you. Okay, so because this is on its own layer as well, now I can just go and switch this off and I can see what I've done, and I'm reasonably happy with that. So as I would want to carry on, I'll just go and start off with my pen tool again and then just go and draw in other bits. Some bits might work better if you use the pencil tool, other bits obviously more with the pen tool. So, oh, I'm not on the right layer, so we'll go back over here and I'll stick in that there, and you can see what this has smoothed things out here. So again, it's just a case of moving these points around. It's put in a bunch of points for me and it thinks that it's happy with them being where they are. Okay,